It's often been said that a man's home is his castle. But let's face it, if you have a cat, we all know who the real ruler is. Welcome once again to Coyote Tales. I'm Donna Coyote, whatever the hell you want to call me, it's all good. And I'm here to bring you all the latest news that matters, along with some special sharing about new family members that we have. But first and foremost, let's dive into the news. As many people here in Colorado know, our market in housing is absolutely insane. Most recently, there was a urine-saturated home dubbed a little slice of hell, which was listed for $590,000, and they got it within days. And yeah, it's like exactly as bad as it sounds. So this was a rental property, and it looked beautiful on the outside, but once you walked inside, the renters who had been evicted completely trashed the place. Some of the highlights of the gifts they left behind, in addition to a little bit of pee and possibly a little bit of poop, I'm not going to guess. They scrawled profanity on every wall, on the hardwood floors, knocked holes in the walls, but definitely the piece de resistance was the freezer full of meat which had been unplugged for over a year. Best part, that thing's in the basement, so they're going to have to haul it up from the basement with all the rotting meat. Thanks, renters! In other news, a woman has created a perfect sign to warn neighbors of her thieving cat. Yes, you heard that right. Her cat is, in fact, the cat burglar. And but it's a very, very helpful cat. So the cat would always bring things that were relative to whatever's going on in the owner's lives. So, for example, the cat would retrieve masks during COVID, gloves during garden season, and all the rest of these things. So what the owner did, made this sign calling out the cat, and has put up a clothesline with all the missing items attached to it. I personally think she really missed her chance to make the cat an effective thief, and she should have spent a lot of time playing with money, lingerie, or whatever she really needed in her life. From the world of entertainment, explosive diarrhea causes NBC's latest show in production, Ultimate Slip and Slide, to be put on hold. Yeah, that's right. That's a little bit too much slippy and a little bit too much slidey. Ugh. At least one crew member for the Wet n Wild upcoming series tested positive for Giardia, which obviously is like one of the worst forms of like stomach flu. It's just bad. Is it me? Or are these reality shows really stepping away from what we want? I mean, if this was Japan, that would just be the final challenge level. Just saying. Just saying. And in other news, a man was rescued after being stuck for 2 days inside of a giant fan at a California vineyard. Okay, before you start picturing just like the kind of fan you'd have in your house, no, this thing is like an industrial cylinder tube, and it barely held his body. So the 38-year-old man, he obviously required medical treatment, but he's expected to make a full recovery. Now, the real story here is that this is just proving that California has just as many meth addicts as Florida, because the man claimed he liked to take pictures of old farm equipment. However, no cameras were found, but plenty of drugs were. Nobody really knows why he had to climb inside the fan. Anyways, let's do a minor weather report. Another thing here in Colorado is it is allergy season. Hooray! You may have noticed I sound a little bit hoarse today. No, I'm not all breathless and hot and heavy for you. I'm just breathless. Because lucky me, the way my allergies present themselves is asthma. And what sets me off? Pine trees, specifically pine tree pollen. And guess what? There's a lot of pine trees in Colorado. I know you're shocked, right? Would have never guessed that. Oh, it's really horrible, like, especially last year when we were in the pandemic of 2020. We would go out to the grocery stores. There was one time my husband and I went to Sam's Club. He wanted to be in and out of there in 30 minutes. Now, that's a challenge. That's a big space, right? So he is just dashing, full jog walking back to the, where the meat and everything is stored. And I'm trying to keep up with him and I'm pushing the cart. But I'm also like, wait, wait, just gasping for breath and about to collapse because I can't breathe. And yeah, I keep wanting to yell at everybody, it's not COVID, it's just asthma. But no, you would have thought that somebody had dropped a zombie right in the middle of Sam's Club, because here's this person gasping for air, coughing up those sharp barking asthma coughs if you've ever heard them before. And they're like, oh my God, plague. No, it wasn't plague. It wasn't COVID. It's just asthma. So for about 2 months out of the year, I get to sound like this, like a heavy smoker, even though I quit in 2014. No, even though I quit in 2004. Yes, 2004. See, it affects my cognitive abilities too. So the next time you see an asthmatic, please just remind them to take their inhaler and go lay down and rest, because you look like you're about to die. So one of the things that's been new for us is we did get some new members of our family lately. And that's one of the things that I think we all can agree, and all the working that we've done from home, is that you need to give your coworkers appropriate titles, right? So Pepper, our corgi, has been our director of security for many, many years. That's right. It's her job to protect everything from, the scourge of such things as squirrels and postal workers and cats, right? But she's not always the best security officer, because all it takes is some treats and a belly rub and you're pretty much in the door. So, I mean, she's loud, but also she's a corgi, so what's she going to do? Chew your ankles off? That's pretty much it. But now we've finally got a kitty cat. It's been several years since we had a kitty cat. And Ryan, my husband, he's not real fond of cats, but he totally manifested this cat. So under Ryan's requirements, we had to have a cat that was weird and unusual. Orange is his favorite color, so orange cats would be okay. Or with special markings, or like a Maine Coon. A Maine Coon would be acceptable. Or a Munchkin cat. If you don't know what a Munchkin cat is, it's basically the cat version of a corgi. They're super cute. They're small. They have those like half-size legs. Yeah, itty bitty legs. But they're springy and they can, jump up on everything. They're very cute. So I constantly in the past couple of months been forwarding pictures of weird cats, especially as one of my friends is involved in cat rescue, so she gets fosters all the time. And so now came this one cat, and we named him Georgie, aka George, King George, Georgie Porgy, Orangey Georgie. He's obviously an orange cat. He's definitely weird and unusual in that he only has 3 legs. That's right, he's a 3-legged cat. And not only that, he has like a crinkly ear, like one of his ears. It was caused by scar tissue, but it is super cute. He's got like this one ear that's all bent over and crinkly. Georgie's job is he's our new director of customer relations. Now remember, my day job, what I do in my work is I'm a career coach. So we help people get jobs and things like that. And Georgie is perfect for his job because as our director of customer relations, he's always willing to bend an ear to listen to our customers. Not only that, he knows how job seekers feel to not have a leg to stand on. Yep. Since he is a rescue, he was found in Nebraska, where he was actually stealing people's newspapers off of their porches. So clearly he did not understand the right way to find a job, in that most quality positions are no longer listed in newspapers. Fortunately, we've taught him a better way, and he understands now that the internet and using your computer is indeed the best way to find a job, which he does whenever he's like laying on my desk and tries to attack my fingers. Thanks, Georgie. I don't need any help with typing. But he's also willing to talk to our customers at any time during the day or night. And I mean any time during the day or night. He is a meower. He will talk and talk and talk and talk at you. The other thing he likes to do is about 3 a.m. or so, he likes to climb up on us and meow in our faces. Because obviously 3 a.m. is the right time to feed a cat. So he actually climbed up on me last night while I was trying to sleep. It was like 3 or 4 in the morning. And, he's like creeping closer and closer to my head, and the meowing keeps getting louder and louder. And then he starts gumming my ear. He has teeth, but he's quite a gentleman with it. And he just like little cow on my ear. And I'm like, what the hell, cat? Go bother Ryan. He wakes up early. I do not wake up early. Go get him. He'll take care of your food. One night, though, a couple weeks ago, he did climb up on Ryan's back. I was reading, so I was still awake. Ryan was laying on his stomach, and the next thing I know, Georgie's on top of him. And Ryan just starts rocking back and forth. And in his sleep, he says, "Welcome to the rodeo." And then the next thing you know, in less than 8 seconds, the cat has gone flying and has fallen off on the side of the bed. So there you go, Georgie. He is not a good cowboy. Nope, he can't stay on for the 8 seconds. Well, hopefully you enjoyed some of the stories about our pets, and maybe you want to share some stories about your pets in our comments. So give us a like, give us a follow. If you enjoyed what you heard today, make a comment. If not, keep it to yourself. The world is a mean enough place as it is. Thank you, and until next time, this is Donna Shannon with Coyote Tales.